The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, often hailed as one of the seven wonders of the ancient world, is a concept enshrined in both myth and historical intrigue. Described as a breathtaking series of tiered gardens filled with lush greenery, exotic plants, and vibrant flowers. These gardens are said to have been built in the ancient city of Babylon in Mesopotamia, near present-day Hilla, Iraq. The gardens were reportedly constructed during the reign of King Nebuchadnezzar II around the 6th century BCE as an extravagant gift to his queen, Amytis, who longed for the green hills and valleys of her homeland. The significance of the Hanging Gardens in the broader context of Babylonian history and culture cannot be overstated. They highlight the ingenuity and technological advancements of ancient Mesopotamian civilizations, showcasing their ability to create what would have been an unprecedented engineering marvel in an arid landscape. The gardens symbolize the interplay between human ambition and nature, and they reflect the cultural emphasis on art, architecture, and the humanizing influence of greenery in urban environments. Several examples provide insights into the allure and mystery of the Hanging Gardens. First, historical accounts from writers like Strabo and Philo of Byzantium describe the gardens in vivid detail, with complex irrigation systems bringing water from the Euphrates River to maintain a year-round lushness. These descriptions have inspired countless scholars, archaeologists, and architects to explore the possibilities of such an ancient achievement. Second, modern interpretations and reenactments of the Hanging Gardens can be seen in contemporary vertical gardens and green architecture, which strive to incorporate nature into urban settings, echoing ancient practices of integrating plant life into architectural design. However, the existence of these gardens remains a topic of debate. Some experts argue that there is insufficient archaeological evidence to prove their actual location or even their existence, suggesting that they may be more myth than reality. Alternative theories propose that they were not in Babylon, but in Nineveh, further complicating their historical context. These challenges invite a broader discussion on the reliance on ancient texts and the interpretations of historical evidence. In exploring the myth versus reality of the Hanging Gardens, we uncover deeper themes of historical narrative, human ambition, and the pursuit of beauty, all of which weave into the rich tapestry of Babylon's legacy. Understanding this introduction to the Hanging Gardens sets the stage for delving into their storied mythos, engineering marvels, and continuing influence on architectural and cultural landscapes. The heading Historical Accounts and Descriptions in the context of Babylon's Hanging Gardens, Myth versus Reality, refers to the examination of ancient texts and narratives that describe or mention this legendary wonder. This aspect is crucial as it forms the foundation for understanding whether the Hanging Gardens truly existed, and if so, what they might have been like. Historical accounts mainly come from ancient writers like Berossus, a Babylonian priest from the 3rd century BCE, and later Greek historians such as Strabo and Diodorus Siculus. These sources provide descriptions of the gardens as a verdant paradise suspended in the air, engineered by King Nebuchadnezzar II for his homesick Median wife, Amytis. The significance of historical accounts lies in their role as primary sources that inform both scholarly inquiry and popular imagination about the gardens. They are essential for separating fact from myth and help historians determine the extent to which the stories align with archaeological and environmental evidence. One example of these accounts is the Greek historian Strabo's description, which proposes an intricate irrigation system that allowed trees and plants to flourish in an otherwise arid landscape. Another example is the narrative by Philo of Byzantium, who describes the gardens as an artistic and engineering marvel of the ancient world. While some historians and archaeologists support the credibility of these ancient texts, others question their accuracy and reliability, given that no concrete archaeological evidence of the gardens has been found at Babylon. Furthermore, discrepancies among different accounts and the possibility of translations altering original meanings introduce challenges in accepting these descriptions at face value. The absence of physical evidence and the reliance on second-hand or even third-hand accounts lead some scholars to propose alternative theories. One such theory suggests the gardens might have been located in Nineveh, not Babylon, built by the Assyrian king Sennacherib. This viewpoint introduces a significant controversy, as it challenges long-held assumptions about the garden's geographic location and historical context. The interpretation of historical accounts and descriptions influences other aspects of the main topic, such as the analysis of Babylonian culture, the technological capabilities of ancient civilizations, and the role of mythology in shaping historical narratives. By critically examining these texts, researchers attempt to craft a more nuanced understanding of ancient history, unraveling the intertwine of myth and reality that surrounds the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. This ongoing dialogue between history, archaeology, and mythology continues to captivate scholars and enthusiasts alike, keeping the mystery of the gardens alive in the collective consciousness. The concept of architectural possibilities and innovations, in the context of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, delves into the architectural marvels that might have made such a legendary creation feasible. At its core, this concept explores the engineering ingenuity required to construct a terraced garden, potentially spanning several levels and featuring a complex irrigation system in the ancient world. The significance of this point lies in the intersection of myth and reality, where architectural capabilities could either support the existence of the gardens as a historical fact or debunk it as mere legend. In exploring specific examples, we can draw parallels to other ancient engineering feats, such as the Roman aqueducts or the ziggurats of Mesopotamia. Both showcase advanced understanding of construction and water management, providing a framework within which the Hanging Gardens could theoretically exist. The Roman aqueducts, with their precise gradients and use of gravity to transport water over long distances, highlight the potential methods of irrigation that could have sustained the lush greenery atop a multi-leveled structure. Similarly, the ziggurats exhibit the ability of ancient builders to create massive layered edifices, hinting that a similar design could have supported terraced gardens. Supporting this idea, some historians and archaeologists argue that such architectural advancements were indeed within reach, suggesting that the Hanging Gardens could have been a product of Babylonian innovation. They posit that ancient texts and accounts, despite their embellishments, often contain kernels of truth rooted in the capabilities of the time. However, the existence of the Hanging Gardens remains a topic of debate. Challenges and controversies arise from the lack of concrete archaeological evidence in Babylon, with some scholars speculating that the gardens may have been located elsewhere, possibly in Nineveh during the Assyrian Empire. This alternative viewpoint suggests that the gardens might be a product of cultural borrowing or embellishment over time. The exploration of architectural possibilities and innovations inevitably influences other aspects of the main topic by anchoring the legend in a realm of feasibility. It prompts us to consider the technological and cultural contexts of ancient civilizations, urging a re-evaluation of historical narratives and the way myths intertwine with reality. This analysis not only enriches our understanding of the Hanging Gardens, but also underscores the broader narrative of human ingenuity and the timeless quest to bend nature to human will. The concept of evidence and archaeological findings in the context of Babylon's Hanging Gardens refers to the tangible proof and scientific exploration that historians and archaeologists rely on to establish the existence and characteristics of the gardens. While the Hanging Gardens of Babylon are often celebrated as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, The debate over whether they existed at all stems from the lack of definitive archaeological evidence. This topic is significant because it delves into the heart of the myth versus reality debate surrounding one of history's most enchanting structures, challenging us to distinguish between historical fact, embellished legend, and pure fiction. One key piece of evidence supporting the garden's existence comes from ancient texts. Historians like Strabo and Philo describe the gardens in vivid detail. Yet these accounts are often second-hand and written centuries after the gardens supposedly existed. Another piece of evidence can be traced to the work of archaeologist Dr. Stephanie Daly. Her research suggests that the gardens may have been located not in Babylon, but in Nineveh, capital of the Assyrian Empire under King Sennacherib, who was known for his impressive horticultural projects. This proposal is groundbreaking, as it challenges the conventional belief that associates the gardens strictly with Babylon. The lack of substantial physical evidence has led to various opinions. Some historians and archaeologists argue that the gardens existed but were destroyed without leaving traces, either due to natural disasters or human actions. Others, however, believe the gardens were a myth, possibly a conflation of several historical gardens or purely the product of ancient imagination. Challenges in this area include the difficulty of excavating sites in modern Iraq due to political instability, as well as the limitations of past archaeological methodologies. Alternative viewpoints suggest that the gardens could have been an artistic rendering, a metaphor for the prosperity and architectural ingenuity of the Babylonian Empire, rather than a literal space. This discussion of evidence and archaeological findings connects to other aspects of the topic, such as the cultural and historical significance of the gardens, reflecting on the broader themes of ancient engineering, imperial power, and human ingenuity. It influences our understanding of how myths are formed and how they persist, shaping our perception of history and its wonders. Thus, exploring the evidence and archaeological findings regarding Babylon's Hanging Gardens challenges us to critically assess historical narratives and appreciate the complex interplay between myth and reality. Yahweh.